The pungent stench of toxic gas crept from a chemical plant, unseen but deadly. At home, I sat curled on the couch, a steaming cup of hot chocolate in hand, engrossed in my favorite TV series. My husband's voice interrupted my con, his tone sharp with urgency as he called for my help. I glanced at him briefly, unfazed, and returned to my leisurely pastime. In my past life, the scene had played out differently. The moment he called for aid, I sprang into action, mobilizing the rescue team and coordinating the evacuation of the city's population. My haste, however, proved disastrous. A catastrophic explosion obliterated everything, killing the rescuers and countless citizens. Serena, he had roared at me then, his voice raw with fury. I warned you chemical plants are flammable and explosive. Why did you only send a handful of people? You sent them to their deaths. The weight of his accusations had been unbearable. My colleagues echoed his anger, branding me an ambitious opportunist whose recklessness caused the tragedy. The families of the victims, grief-stricken and enraged, took justice into their hands and beat me to death. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the day of the explosion. Serena, Zoe's voice chirped, pulling me from my thoughts. She sat beside me, her smile brightened, unassuming. Arthur's retiring next year. Everyone knows you're the best candidate to lead the Sunnydale Rescue Unit. Her words were honeyed, her gaze filled with admiration. It was the same scene. I had returned to the day it all began. In my previous life, I had trusted Zoe's flattery, allowing her to oversee the city's evacuation during the chemical disaster. She had assured me the crisis was resolved and promised accolades for my leadership. But just as relief washed over me, the captain stormed into my office, his face stark with rage. Cold steel handcuffs clamped onto my wrists. The full horror of the situation unraveled too late. The explosion had obliterated not only the rescuers but also the citizens we had tried to save. My husband's condemnation still echoed in my ears. Your misjudgment destroyed the city, hundreds of thousands dead because you couldn't listen. His voice was laden with disgust. Then came his final words, piercing me deeper than any physical wound. You ignored my warnings to grab the limelight to solidify your promotion. You used human lives as stepping stones. Even my beloved daughter turned against me. My mother valued her ambitions over lives. She's unfit to lead her to be my mother. My family had declared me guilty and the city's grief-stricken survivors carried out my punishment. I died a failure stripped of dignity. Zoe, however, thrived. She became the rescue captain, married my husband, and turned my daughter against me. The three of them became a picture-perfect family, living off the compensation paid for my supposed negligence. Serena, your hot chocolate's getting cold. Zoe's voice jolted me back to the present. She smiled, offering the drink with feigned warmth. Was this the same hot chocolate that would later be used as evidence of my supposed intoxication during work? I took it and drank, locking eyes with her. She beamed, oblivious to the storm brewing in my mind. My thoughts swirled with questions. I had my team's strength been reduced from hundreds to just a few? Could my husband, a senior executive at the plant, have manipulated the situation to frame me? And my daughter, my precious child, why had she turned against me so easily? The puzzle pieces refused to fit. Yet, a flicker of clarity ignited within me. I grabbed my phone and began to make calls, my resolve hardening with every moment. At 2:0 am. My husband's name flashed on my phone screen. His voice would carry the same desperation as before. But this time, I wouldn't answer. With deliberate defiance, I powered down my phone and severed the line to the rescue team office. The gun had changed. This time, I wouldn't cover the truth and protect those I'd once lost. I wasn't just rewriting the story, I was reclaiming my life.